today, as promised, I'm going to go down to Isle of Capri, give you a quick preview of what that place looks like and what it has to offer. And hopefully, if you're ever in Southwest Florida, some of these videos will give you some insight to what's down here and what the area has to offer. So let's just get to it. Let's get on the bike and ride. As many as you know, I like to go through the Lady Resort. I do that cut through because it's more picturesque, and it's actually a little shorter, I think. You're going all the way down and around through Collier Boulevard there, 951. Again, beautiful day down here in Southwest Florida. Sorry for the accent. I heard it myself. Yeah, it's December, and it's just beautiful. In fact, I say it's still a little warm. I'm waiting for the temperature to get below the 80s. I'd say it's about 80, 82, 85 right now, mid-morning. Probably get up into the a little bit higher 80s today. We had a lot of rain last night. That blew out here this morning, so the roads were a little wet when I woke up. I waited a little bit before I took the bike out, not because I'm afraid of the wet ground. I just didn't want to get the bike all dirty, and then then I have to clean it all up. I know, it's lazy, but it's just, that's how I felt this morning about it. Got lots of traffic here. Danger, danger. Race car driver there and the navigator. He's a little impatient. Okay, so this is the Paddlecraft Park. See, there's ample parking down here. Weekends, this place is packed. I mean, this is a Monday morning, so. But there's these paddle board and kayak guys, and you can see Paddle Marco. It's www.paddlemarco.com, and you can see that phone number there. Real good guys down here. I bring my paddle board down here, and they're always helpful, polite. It looks like the people enjoy themselves, because when I get off I always hear how wonderful these guys are. And that's the other one, Rising Tide Explorers. So there's a couple of them down here, and as you can see, this is where you put in. You pay, you use the QR code. could take a walk down and take a look. You can tell the bay that we went over the bridge when we were riding on the road there, this is that big bay. I gave you a glimpse of. Clearly low tide. Wow, it's really low. We got the moon tide stuff. Normally, the water line, if you could see right there, we have water that comes up this far. I usually put the board in, and there's water all in here. And down there is all muddy. You don't want to walk in there. It's rough. But yeah, beautiful spot to put in your kayak or paddleboard. And you can paddle for hours out here. For hours. It's definitely a go-to spot if you're down here. They got a wash area, so you can wash your board and you can kayak down. It's really nice. They did a nice job. Get a shot of the RT. There you go. Off to Isle of Capri, and we'll see what that looks like. Isles of Capri. You can see there's all little canals down here. This goes out into the Gulf. It's a quiet little town. This to me represents a lot of what old Florida was. Florida, you say that right? Houses a lot of them are built high, or they've been on elevated ground, because we do get those storms and hurricanes down here, and you got to protect your investment. Try to keep it above the waterline when you have these big floods. So there's places like this. You got a stay at Capri, an Italian restaurant. It's right on the water. I know, it's open today too. Look at that. We're not going to go in, but you can see, really nice, right? Right on the water. Quaint, quiet. Good place to have lunch, right? I have to bring my dad down here. We usually go out on a Friday. He's 98 years old. I try to get him out as much as I can. He enjoys it. So do I. As you get older, you realize certain things, what the importance of certain things are, and spending time with people that you love is really important. Anyway, I don't want to get too philosophical here. So we're going to come up to another, I'll call it, hot spot down here in Isle of Capri. As you can see, they're doing more building. Never stops building down here. It's the Gypsy Bar, I'll call it. Island Gypsy on the Isle of Capri. It's open today. And as you can tell, you have waterfront dining. There's also some tour boats down here. You can go out on. You can rent them, or you can have them guided. So that's the Island Gypsy. It's been there for forever. So it's survived a couple of hurricanes, or I'd say a few, not a couple. At least 4 that I know of. I'm sure more than that. So here, if you have a boat, you can bring them. You can actually put your boat in dry storage here, inside or outside. Another place to eat, the Pelican Bend. Again, waterside dining. Morning. Look at that view. Too bad these trucks are here. You can get a better look. This is absolutely beautiful. A little tiki bar down there. And then there's the other restaurant next to it. The Capri Fish House. Let's take a peek. See what that's all about. Kind of digging this too. More waterside dining. So, oh, it's open too. Monday. Surprise. A lot of these places are closed on Mondays. Let's stop in, but you could do that another time. If you guys want, drop me a note. If you want me to go into any of these bars and show you around what it looks like in the menu, I can do that. I don't know if you're interested, so I don't want to bore you with it. So the rest of this is pretty much where everyone lives. Again, this is old Florida, in my mind, Florida. I'll get it right. Check out the community center. This place is hopping. We got a boat parade. It's big down here. We do a lot of boat parades. It's on the 13th. Begins at sunset. So that sounds like a lot of fun. Anyway. Built a new house here. I wish that was mine. Look at that house. You got some of these old houses, like this is an original house right here. See that one? These are original. And then you got these big McMansions being put in. Some newer than others. But these down here is like that's an original house. Morning. look at that view. Here's an original house, and look at the dock. Beautiful, going right out into the small bay. Cannot get any more beautiful than that, guys. Let me fix my camera, because I think, there you go. Does it get any more beautiful than that? I don't think so. Look at the absolutely breathtaking down here. You know, life does not get better than this. Even just to come down to see it and just be able to drive down these streets, that in itself is a blessing. Why they call it paradise down here, the Paradise Coast, the West Coast, because it really is. Doesn't get any better than this. I just love this spot. Oh, this was a neutral. You can actually see Marco Island from here too, I think. Wow, look at the building down here. Look at all these new homes. Amazing. Morning. Quite the view. Look at that house. That is absolutely breathtaking. It's all private back here. No truck turnaround. Notice 24-hour surveillance. Look at this guy's house. Look at the view. I believe that's Marco Island right over there. So, I hope you enjoyed the brief overview of Isle of Capri, what it has to offer. Some nice restaurants, places to rent boats, or have a guided tour. There's call them booze cruises down here and everything. So until next time, I hope you enjoyed this video.